tonight for our teacher talk. So for those of you who have never heard my story, I used to be a third grade teacher. Never was going to do network marketing, like never. I grew up in a family where just my parents did a lot of stuff, and bless their little hearts, they were also teachers, and just never really got off the ground. And so I kind of thought no one ever made any money in network marketing. However, I found myself in a place where I was teaching third grade. Christmas was coming. We barely had enough money to make ends meet, much less have any extras for anything. Plus, I was in an out of state wedding for New Year's Eve. So it was September, and my goal was to sell enough mascara to pay for those two big things in my life. And then I was going to quit. Okay. So by the time January came, it was time to quit. I was like, great, I'm done. Except for the problem was at that point, I was making more doing that than I was teaching in just a couple of months. And then fast forward 2 years after that, I was pregnant with my first child, a little daughter named Juliana. I love her. But anyway, when she came, it just made sense for me to stay home. So I was able to retire from my teaching job and stay home. And then a little over a year ago, I was introduced to this incredible company, leveled up again. And now I make multiple times what I used to make in my former company and as a teacher. And I get to do it all from my phone. So today I'm going to start removing people because we will bring them back. Don't you worry. I just want you to be able to see these cute little faces of my friends who we have on here today. We have people who have retired from teaching. We have people who still teach. And we actually have a elementary school principal as well, which I'm super excited about. I'm going to do a little zoom in. But first of all, I have my amazing bestie, Sarah, on the line. She's from Canada, and she just had a baby, her second one. She's on mat leave, as they call it. Mat leave, that's a cool way the Canadians call it. Americans, that's maternity leave. They get like a year, or 18 months is what she's on, which is pretty cool as a teacher. So but she is an incredible at this industry. She was at our former company as well. I moved over here. But Sarah, could you just kind of tell a little bit of your story and just what network marketing has done for you as a teacher?
Sure. I'm going to make it super quick. I came over to this industry almost 9 years ago, which is crazy. Jackie and I met over there. We weren't on the same team. We just met being like sideline people. I joined by accident. I actually told the story the other day, and people didn't know this story, but I wanted one product, and I went on there and I bought the kit, and I didn't know I joined a company. So that's how I got into network marketing. I was like, wait, sorry, what? I'm in a company now. I got added to some groups, and I was like, I literally didn't even know what I was doing. So the one factor for me was that my upline, she was like 2 above me, posted her paycheck in the group I got added to. And I said, sorry, what's that? I'm like, it was like $2,000 or $3,000 more than I was making with my teaching job that month. And I'm like, no, there's no way. I'm like, tell me how to do that. And then so she did. And then that was it. Like, that was sort of like, she gave examples of like, things to do. And in that industry, like Jackie too, we both hit the top of the company. I was there for 7 years and came over to Ternot a year and a couple months. So it's been over a year that I've been here, which is great.
That's awesome. And so then how is that income? I know, like a full disclosure for you American teachers, Canadians get paid a lot more than we do. But yeah. I know still, how has this income impacted you as a teacher?
Yeah. And I mean, like, as much as we get paid more, like even like the taxes we pay is like mind blowing too.
Very
like
true.
I don't actually take home nearly what you would think. So I have not quit teaching. So some people have, like yourself, left the industry, made enough. I could, but I don't want to. Like, I like the things that we have here in Canada. I like my job. Like, I'm a high school teacher. Kids are chill. I don't know. I like what I do. And I'm just like, why would I stop? And, there's other aspects of our job here in Canada with benefits and pension, things like maybe that you guys don't have in the US. It's a bit different. But I'm like, who doesn't want more money? Like, who literally doesn't want more money? I'm like, this money allows us to do whatever we want. So, making the money that I have in network marketing. But it was like, for me, I love it. Like, I just love network marketing. Like, I love this whole industry. I love speaking. I love meeting new people. I love, like, whoever thought I would ever want to speak on stages and do different things in this industry. I never thought that would be the aspect. So I love my team. I love the community. Of course I love the money, but it's like, it's so much more than that. And now with these products, like actually helping people, which is the whole reason you want to go into this industry, I'm actually getting messages of helping people with these products, helping people with their finances. Like this is why I do this.
Yes.
So
I
that
love
was
that.
and I didn't like, and there was no reason to quit teaching, but it really has nothing to do with what network marketing has. Like they're like two separate entities, two hats that I wear, if you will.
I love that. Well, thank you so much. I know Sarah has been very, very successful in this industry and a busy mom and a busy teacher. So awesome. Well, thank you so much for sharing, Sarah.
Love you. Thanks for having me on.
Okay. All right. Now I'm going to bring on my friend Caitlin. Now, Caitlin has exactly an opposite story of Sarah. She just joined. So Sarah has been in this industry now for 8 years, and Caitlin has just been in here a couple of weeks. So Caitlin, can you just kind of share with everyone just kind of what drew you here to Trinot?
So what drew me here was actually my principal, who's going to be speaking in just a few minutes, kind of came to me and was like, hey, I have this opportunity for you. She obviously knows what I make, and most teachers here right now, and as Sarah said previously, who doesn't like the extra money. I also just had a baby the last 10 months, and so while I am still new, I do have financial goals that I'm hoping Trinot can help me reach. We would like to set up an education fund for our kiddo, and it's nice when that money doesn't have to come out of our paychecks when we're budgeting and making our ends meet, but we're also setting up for her future. And so it's nice that, like you said, even within the last few weeks, I've only made not nearly as much as I planned to, but like I said, even that little bit helps, and I've been able to put it into a savings account for her. Just the other day, my car ran into some issues, and so I was able to get those fixed, or at least get it looked at, where before I'd be like, okay, how are we going to afford to do this? Where's this extra money going to come from? How are we going to rebudget? And so it was nice to not have that added pressure and the added stress of, okay, life happens. What do I do with these things now? And having that little extra fund set aside for us to dig into when needed, or like I said, I'm setting aside for our daughter so that she has either school or her future going for her too here in the next little while. But I've just been really impressed by the growth that can be made. Like I said, I've only been here a few weeks, and I'm really close to leveling up already. Jackie's made it super easy, as well as my sponsor. So I'm just really excited to kind of see where this takes me. Obviously not at the point of quitting my job yet, and I just started somewhere new, so I'm kind of digging it. But that extra money, and hopefully it would be great to be able to spend those younger years that my daughter Tilly has, if I do end up making enough with her at home. Ultimately, that would be every mom's goal, is to be able to do that with their kiddos when they can. So like I said, just lots of financial aspirations, and hoping to get there, and hoping to make it here.
Oh my gosh, I love that so much. And you know what? I love that what she said. She putting tires on her car, like putting aside money for her daughter. Like this doesn't have to be like huge amounts of money. You can still love teaching. You can still teach, yet still make $500, $1,000, $2,000 a month, a little additional, and it can be just life-changing. So anyway, Caitlin, thank you so much for sharing. I really appreciate it. Okay. We're going to go right through these. I'm going to bring Amanda on now. Amanda just shared with me that she actually is not teaching right now. So Amanda, can you just share a little bit of your story? What did you teach? And then how has just network marketing and Trinot made a difference in your life?
Sure. Yeah. I used to teach second grade. I was actually an ESOL teacher. I wore a few different hats among my elementary career, but elementary school teacher. So ESOL, by the way, is teaching the kids that don't speak English as their first language. And that was my love. And so I will say, though, I wore a lot of hats as well. I'm a mom of 4. I'm a worship leader. I'm a wife. Was really busy. And honestly, I was not navigating the home life, work life balance very well. And so I knew that I was being called for some time out of the classroom just to kind of restructure. was really looking for some time freedom. And I'm a Christian. I was praying with the Lord going, okay, what are we doing for this next year? And I really felt the call to focus on my family for this next season. I have a 13-year-old all the way down to a 9-year-old. And so I knew like that season of life that they're young just goes by so fast that I really felt like my focus needed to be intentional time, that time freedom with my family. And so I will be back in education, I'm sure. And I have big goals I love it. Like, and I want to be a leader in education and then bring some good things to the world of education. So my journey's not over with that. But for now, I was looking for something. I honestly did not think it was going to be a network marketing. I had dabbled a little bit before, and it was kind of a hobby type thing of just things I was interested in and liked. And so I really didn't view that as a way to make money for me. Like other people might be successful in it and be amazing and be these rock stars, but I was like, it's not my cup of tea, really. And I actually was getting ready to be a proofreader. And so I was looking at things that teachers can do. And so, but honestly, the Lord paused me on that. He was like, not this, I got something better for you. And so in walked this opportunity by way of a friend of mine and even somebody I didn't know super well. And so I saw this, it aligned with my health goals. I had just gotten really healthy and dropped some weight and some stuff. And so I was spending a lot of money on supplements and products, and I was making nothing on sharing those things with people. And so when I saw the opportunity here with some awesome products and to be able to make that time freedom happen for me to being with my kids and then making the income piece, I was looking for income replacement too. And so I thought maybe I'll make $500 my first month. I've been in this 10 months, had amazing leadership. I did exactly what they said. And I went for it. And I shared out the goodness of the things that are helping me so much. And so I was aiming for the first rank of our company, and I double ranked in 16 days. I didn't know that was possible. I thought it was possible for other people, but for me, I was like, but I do, when I go for something, I go for it. So I hit the ground running, and I double ranked. I qualified for our Jeep program that we have here. So I went out 2 months later and actually took up that opportunity. I drive a brand new Jeep. Wow. I'm still pinching myself. And so this has just changed my life with giving me the time freedom, but it's all, and a new vehicle. Well, like, hello, that's amazing. At the first level of the company, it's helped bring in that income piece so I can be home, but still be providing and still feel like, and honestly, I am excited about the potential here because, teacher income is capped, right? I could work really hard in my classroom, but eventually I'm going to cap out of the salary that I make. But here it's uncapped, and I can just, it's life-changing income that if you go for it. And I'm seeing that I can go for it, and that I've been successful, and that sky's the limit. Like, as much as I want to work. And I love like the flexibility to push real hard at times and then to pull back if needed. I'm not as stressed anymore with my body. Not having to wake up as early is fantastic. And then just being able to get to be home with my babies and I have more time to take care of myself too, to be honest, getting in exercise, getting in all the things that, so.
I love that. I know I was just telling my principal friend who's going to be on in just a second that she was like, what is this? What am I doing? And I was like, listen, I've been a teacher and I've done network marketing. Teaching is way harder. Like, if you can teach, you can definitely do this.
Yeah, that's exactly what I said. I'm like, I've done really hard things as a teacher. This is, a little outside my comfort zone, but it's like, it's fine. Just rip the band off, go for it. And we've done hard things in life. This is definitely doable. So yes.
For sure. Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Amanda, for sharing. What a great story. Okay. Now I'm going to introduce you now to someone named Sarah, again, another Sarah. She actually, I met her up in the mountains of Utah at a multi-million-dollar cabin that they flew us up to. And she's just like, I just love her. She's just like such a firecracker. She is currently teaching high school, I believe, right?
Yep.
And which is like a whole nother level. I feel like I did elementary school where they still liked you, but she loves it so much, but she also like kills it here. She just like kills it. So Sarah, would you just talk about your journey and just how this has impacted you?
100%. Yeah. So I'm a high school special education teacher. I work with kids with behavior disorders and emotional disorders. I love it. Kind of like Sarah said, like, you know, I could probably not be a teacher right now, but I love it. I truly love educating people. And one of the things that I unexpectedly found out is that a lot of the skills that we have as teachers translate really well into this industry. I have never done a network marketing company before. I just kind of stumbled upon this. I had a friend reach out about a product. I was having postpartum depression and anxiety. They reached out about a product. I had a product experience that literally changed everything. And I was like, okay, like I want to help other people feel that way. Right. Like, so I was like, okay, I will do this, but like, I'm not going to build a team or I'm not going to like, you know, I'm just going to sell products. Like, that's all I want to do. I just literally want to share products with people, share the goodness. And I don't want any of that other stuff. But obviously, like as teachers, like we're kind of go-getters, right? And we just love dipping our hands in all kinds of different things. And I started like researching more about like the education behind all of our supplements, which to me, that's really what I'm passionate about, like our product ingredients and how clean they are. We try to live a really non-toxic life. And this really just kind of like, it's amazing. And I have never found any supplements that can compare to what ours are. And so I just started educating people and that kind of snowballed into building a team and ranking. And then all of a sudden I realized that all these other things that I was doing to supplement my income as a teacher, like lunch duty and, you know, subbing on my prep and tutoring and all these little things that I was doing to kind of supplement my income, I didn't have to do anymore and I could stay home with my babies, right?
Every teacher, I want you to pause right there because every teacher knows that life. I know I had like 3 jobs when I was a teacher before I did marketing. Like every teacher does something.
And summer school. I did summer school every summer. Everyone was like, yes. And like now I don't have to do those things because I can work in the cracks of my time, right? Which is really, truly amazing. And that was something, that time freedom, that I can still be at the park with my kids in the summer or take them to the splash pad. And I can just be, you know, working from my phone and still be present, which was so important for me. And so, yeah, I like you guys legit, like the skills that you have as a teacher, all we do is educate, share, love on people.
Love that.
And that's it. And a lot of like creative stuff too. Like, you know, I love always making, you know, my bulletin boards all pretty and things like that. And so a lot of that translates to like this, like I make Canva and I make stories and things like that. So I really get to take some of those skills and hone them so that they can work for both. So anyway, you guys, if you have ever thought about it, like do it. Like that's the only thing I can say.
I love that. Oh my gosh. Thank you, Sarah, so much. I just love you. I'm excited to see you so soon. Okay, awesome. Well, thank you so much. Okay, I now am going to introduce my amazing principal friend, Jen Stokesbury. She actually is brand new to the industry, guys. She's the one I was just talking about. I used to teach with her. I actually took her job when I first started teaching. She moved to a different grade level, and I knew principal was always her jam. And she has no plans of leaving, as all that I know. But I think she loves it. She loves being a principal, which I think is a little cuckoo, but that's all right. To each their own. But I think being a principal is like pretty much like the hardest job on the planet. But she came in here and killed it. She actually double ranked in 3 days. Her first 3 days of her business, like I couldn't believe the success she's had. She's only been doing this about 3 weeks, so she's still brand new. But Jen, will you just chat with us just about kind of what this income and what this industry so far, I know you're still new, has done for you just as a teacher?
Yeah, so I was a little concerned because as a principal, I work a lot of hours just like teachers do. And so I wasn't completely sure that I could do this. Plus, I have never marketed anything in my life. And so I was like, Jackie, are you sure I can do this? And she did. She told me that teaching is much harder. And I would say this isn't easy, but it is simple because everything is laid out and almost so simple that I'm scared to share it with my teachers because I don't want to lose my whole staff. But it has been amazing. And for me personally, I have made over $1,500 and it has been less than 30 days. And in 3 days, I hit Jade and I went to sleep And the next morning I woke up and I had leveled up again. So I made money in my sleep, which I can honestly say I have never done that in my entire life. So that was amazing. And it's just been really nice. Like my daughter had a birthday party this last week, and it was like the birthday party that never ended. So it was on Wednesday. And then we had family get together on Saturday. And of course, she picks the most expensive restaurants like, Texas Roadhouse, Olive Garden. So it was just nice to be able to do those things and not be worried about what my bank account was showing. And I used to check it all the time. And now I'm like, I got money in there. And so that's just really been such a nice thing to not have to have that stress on top of all daily life stuff. So it has made a huge difference. And what I love the most is that my team is also seeing success. And that's my goal as a principal, just as like in this company, my job is to help other people and to help them succeed. And so it's like a double win.
Oh, I love that. And you are such an amazing leader, Jen. So I'm so happy you're here. So anyway, so good. Thank you so much for sharing. Okay. I am actually going to bring on my friend Christine now. Christine, I love your story as well. Would you kind of share with everybody just your journey and kind of what network marketing and this income has done for you?
Absolutely. I will start off by saying that I am blessed to be a Canadian teacher and therefore do make a very good salary with a wonderful pension plan for retirement. However, who doesn't love extra money, right? And I am a mom of 3 and my girls are competitive dancers, and that requires a lot of extra money. And so I thought to myself, you know what? I'm going to jump in. I'm loving these products anyways. If I share my love for them, why not get paid while doing that? And so I decided to join in the summer when we officially launched in Canada. I thought, how cool will that be to be a part of something at the beginning of its journey and to see where it takes it and to just take off. And as some of the other teachers have said tonight, just to see the growth that this company offers is absolutely amazing. And that many of our teacher skills do, like Sarah said, translate into this network marketing. We are people. We are a people person. We love talking. We love chatting. We love sharing. We love educating people. And that is all that we're doing. And so many times people say, oh, I'm not sure, or I don't have the time, or I'm worried. Literally teaching, I think, or being a teacher, you are the best person for network marketing. You have all the skills and all the tools in your back pocket. You just maybe don't know it yet. And so my goal specifically, and I've been posting a lot about it, is I really truly think that every teacher needs to be drinking Mojo. It is like our lifesaver. And so I really push the Mojo, and I'm hopeful that I will get a couple more of my staff members to get on that train as well, because we know that as teachers, we have to stay focused. We have to stay energized all day long. And we know how amazing the product Mojo is. So really, I just love the extra income. I'm a shopaholic. I will admit it. My friends know that about me. And I also love being able to say yes to my kids.
Yes.
Can I buy this? Yes, you can. Can I do this? Yes, we can.
Love that.
So that's been a game changer for me. It's been really important to have that extra income for sure.
I love that. Thank you, Christine, so much for sharing that. And I love that. Not every teacher wants to quit, and that's okay. That's great. We need amazing teachers, but it's nice to have that extra income to just do in the nooks and crannies of your lives. I know in Canada it's a little different, but in the US, every teacher has like all these extra stuff they're doing just to kind of supplement. And it's nice to have something you can do kind of in the nooks and crannies of your life. So anyway,
absolutely.
Thank you.
So thanks for having me on.
Thank you. Okay. My last guess, it's hard to believe we're at the end, but as you can see, I have some troops that are getting restless. But Marisol, I actually talked with her last night, and I'm super excited just to hear her story. She has just such an amazing teacher story as well. So would you kind of share with everybody just what network marketing has done for you as a teacher?
Absolutely. Well, first off, I just want to say how amazing these teachers are. Like Jackie is definitely my hero. I want to be like her when I grow up.
Stop.
Amanda as well. And Amanda and I have a lot in common. I do teach second grade and half of my class is ESOL. And so, and I understand the passion she has for those kids because it's amazing.
Nice.
The difference is that I came into network marketing basically because I wanted to supplement my income as well. I was working and online on VIP Kids. If anybody knows about that, I know Jackie knows. You wake up at strange hours.
3 a.m.
You teach kids. Yeah, you teach kids in the other side of the world, and that gets exhausting. And we have a local outlet mall here, and I would on the summers, weekends, work in the stores, and it was exhausting. At that time, my kids were younger. Now they're all college students. Thank Jesus. Thank you, Jesus.
You made it.
We made it. We're doing it, guys. Yeah, it's just I wanted to supplement my income, and I didn't want to leave the house because I was never home.
Yeah.
So, my thing is like I wanted to stay home, and then network marketing came, Trinot came, and that was like a huge blessing to me. I, asked my husband if he can see this with me because I wanted to share something with him, and he was like, "Oh yes, honey, you got to sign up right now. You got to sign up with that big pack because I want the Jeep." And I'm like, he goes, "You could do all the work, but I want the Jeep," And I was like, okay. And lo and behold, we did get our Jeep. Whoop, that's right. And we actually switched Jeeps too, but that's a whole other story. But I love my Jeep. And when we first started, I was saying growing up, we didn't grow up together. When we first started dating, we both wanted a Jeep. And we were like, oh, that's going to be our dream car. We had this big thing. We're going to get Jeeps, and we got a minivan for like 50 And I'm like, so finally that the kids have their own cars and we have a Jeep, it's a blessing to me because that is a payment that I save on.
Yeah, for
and
sure.
I do not teach in Canada. I teach in Florida.
Yeah.
So that's a total different ball game. We're just trying to make it here. So, but yes, definitely it was to supplement my income. And like the other ladies, like they, I do after school tutoring. And that's because I was asked to politely, so I did it. And of course I want the best for my students as well. So I'll put in the effort, to do that. But yeah, I'm like, okay, I'm doing after school tutoring. I probably have like 15 more hours and then I'm done with that. And, and that's that. But definitely the products here are amazing. I'm all about health. I'm pre-diabetic. I was diabetic, like type 2 diabetic at one point. I reversed it and I'm trying to keep it like that. So health is a big, big part of why I am in Trinot. I love the mojo is a thing for the teachers. If you don't have mojo in your life, you're totally missing out. I don't care what anybody says. Yes. And the collagen, because we stand all day.
Yeah.
And you need the collagen for your joints. And that's what has helped me. So definitely the mojo and the collagen is the way to go. Like everyone else said, teaching is 10 times harder than this. Like so hard. If you can do the hard things, you can do these things. And just like Amanda said, you are a little out of your comfort zone.
Yeah.
But this is like the best side hustle, which I wanted to make it a career for the rest of my life, that a teacher can do because it's really, really easy. You just got to put the effort to it. So yeah, I'm totally pumped.
I love that.
I will retire soon.
Yes, you will.
Looking at the end goal. Yep.
You will. I love that. Well, thank you so much for sharing, Marisol. I really appreciate it. All right, guys. I do want to reiterate, mojo is life. If you were a teacher and you're not on the mojo, what are you doing with your life? Like, you need the mojo. It has a slow release caffeine in it that keeps you energized all day. You don't have that afternoon crash. I know for me, I'd be like reading to my kids right after lunch and like falling asleep. But anyways, go back to the person who invited you to this. Come join us. There is really literally nothing to lose here. Our products are amazing. You get a lot of these products with your enrollment. We would love to have you. So anyway, thank you guys so much for joining us tonight for our teacher talk. Thank you to all of my teachers who came on tonight and shared. This is just such an amazing industry. Teachers kill it over here. So if you've already been a teacher or you are currently a teacher and you're interested, just head back to the person who invited you. I know that you will do amazing over here. All right, guys. Thank you. God bless you. We'll see you next time. Bye.